All right, guys, menu number 24, Southwest style beef and black beans. Comes from 2019 in June. Let's open this thing up and get right after it. There's everything right there.
Very neat package.
Yes, very neat. And shrink wrap kind of, you know, it sucked all the air out of it before they sealed it up. Let's take a look at what we have. All right, here's our Southwest style beef and beans right there. Our sleeve to heat things up with. Got an idea about that here in a bit. Cheese spread. Nice. Teriyaki beef stick. Check that out.
Like beef jerky?
I don't know. Never done one. Tortilla, chipotle. Go with our beans, no doubt. Mocha cappuccino instant powder.
Oh, that's if you want to try some of that for a cold day like it is.
Yeah, it is chilly out here. There's our heater. We'll get that going. Spoon, accessory pack. Apple pieces and spiced sauce. Man, that is right up my alley. I love it. And finally, let's see here, vanilla pound cake. Oh my goodness, that with a little bit of that chocolate, maybe that mocha. Ooh, now
this looks like a good MRE.
It does.
Wow.
It sounds like a good one. Let's get after it. Okay, we're going to do something a little different today. I noticed in the past sometimes these main courses don't heat up very well in the heat pack provided. So I got an idea. Today, Asa was out here burning a little bit in the back of the property, and we got a little fire going in the background here, and I am going to take and pour this goodness out. Beef with black beans, obviously in tomato sauce. Man, it smells good. And we're going to put that in the fire over yonder. It's smoldering now, but it still has a lot of good heat, and I think we're going to set that over there, let that heat up while we open the rest of the meal. All right. Kind of spread it out there a little bit. There we go. Set it right down there. We'll get a few ashes in there, give it some authenticity. And there we go. All right. So the next thing we're going to do is take our heater, get a little moisture in it. I want this apple pieces and spiced sauce heated up. That ought to be heated up. So we're going to get a little water in there, get this heater going. We'll let our heater do the work here. There we go. All right, we've got our spiced apples in there. Let's set that aside.
That's cool to have hot dessert and a hot main meal.
Especially on a day like today. It's springtime in the south, but it's a chilly day today. So, got our spoon.
Everything in this meal looks really good to me.
It actually does. Yeah, this is like one of the first ones that I'm looking at everything. Now, the mocha powder normally not for me, but with that cake, that might be really good. Get our accessory pack open. Let's see if we have any. Hopefully we have coffee. If we don't, we'll make do. Got our gum, moist towelette, beverage-based lemonade, sugar-free. Those are usually pretty good. Some salt, and our old toilet paper. So no coffee this time.
They did want you just to drink the mocha.
That's true. That's true. So we'll see about that. And we've got our beef teriyaki
Yeah,
stick.
I'm curious about that.
Yeah, I'm real. Look at this. It's hermetically sealed within the package.
That's a big package for a little.
Yeah, really. But it is a teriyaki beef stick. Ooh, that sounds good. You know, we're going to just open that and set it aside right now.
Is it like a Slim Jim, like a fat?
Yeah, I
Slim
think
Jim?
so. I think it's one of these things that'll last for 150 years too. Good grief. Man. There we go.
Yeah, it's like a hard outer. It is like a Slim Jim.
I already need my moist towelette. Stay clean while we're doing this. Yeah, this is an interesting meal. I mean, it's got some pretty cool elements, and we'll have to take a good look at everything here. We've got that. Let's check out this cheese spread next. Of course, it's a little chilled, but that's okay. Cheese spread coming in not hot but cold. There we go. from the inside to the outside. There we go. And see, now that's interesting, no crackers, but I'm guessing I'm gonna put my, you know, that's what we're gonna do.
You know, I think you're supposed to make sort of a burrito type thing.
Yeah, that's exactly what we're gonna do. And then put that hot, put the hot beef in there. Okay, so we have, they're pretty dry.
Oh, they're brittle.
Yeah.
Shoot.
And gum.
Well, they're kind of like crackers now.
Yeah. Well, the thing that was supposed to keep the moisture out did a really good job. Well, let's see here. There's a part of one. I've got 3 of them in here. Let's see if I can keep these 2 together.
Yeah, that one's pretty
Maybe,
good.
yeah, well, there's, oh, sheesh.
Well, you can make like half of.
Yeah, that's right.
Kind of pick it up with
maybe
it.
I can make one for you and one for me.
Sounds
All
good.
right. We've got our pound cake. Let's see here, vanilla pound cake. I like vanilla stuff typically. That smells good actually. That smells really good. I think that's gonna be fun with some mocha powdered stuff here. What does it say here? We need to add 6 ounces of water. Canteen cup, canteen from back when I was active duty. Last time I used this in active duty was in 1984.
Wow.
Yes, sir. And it's got a little bit of, there we go. I can measure or guesstimate 6 ounces, but you know, I wanted a little bit of a paste. So I'm going to have a little less water and make it more into a, like a syrup we can put on top of the cake.
Oh,
that's what I'm thinking. Here we go. There we are.
So you're trying to make like coffee cake out of the vanilla cake? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah,
Coffee,
so I'm going to do just a kind of a syrup kind of thing. I'm hoping that I can use and kind of drizzle it over the coffee cake.
Okay.
And yeah, have something kind of fun like that.
Cool.
We'll let that mix up good. And again, the nice thing is it's got this reseal up there like a Ziploc bag, and you can just mix it all up and let her go. We're gonna get our beans stirred up here. We'll get some of these sticks out first. I think that'd be a good idea. There we go. Oh yeah, that's looking good. In fact, let's get that over and let's get started making us some burritos here.
Nice and warm. Cool.
Woo. Yeah. That's there. All right, so.
Beautiful.
Okay. So we're going to start with some cheese paste. We've got our handy dandy knife and spoon here. There we go. Got that hot beef and beans, Southwest style. That should do us some good to melt that cheese. Ooh, now that looks really good. Say a quick prayer. Father in heaven, thank you so much for the bounty we enjoy every day. Thank you for this food you provided for me richly. In Christ's name, amen.
Amen.
All right, got a little time to...
That looks good for an MRE.
It really does look good. That really looks good. The looks are very appealing. All right. This is going to get all over. You know what I'm going to do? So it doesn't make too much of a mess. There we go. It's good and hot. The cheese. You can see the cheese is melting a little bit there with that heat. Man, I'll tell you what. This is good. I mean, wow. This is tasty. This hits all the buttons. Oh my, that's really good. You know, everything's kind of soft. I could use it a little crunch, but that's all I'm going to say. This is really a tasty dish. Menu 24. Wow. You want a bite?
Sure.
Make one up for you here a minute.
Thank you. It's actually close to lunchtime. I'm kind of hungry.
There you go. Get your big old piece of beef in there.
Oh, thank you.
Beans
You know, having it heated up like that probably helps, you know, where it's like actual piping
yeah.
hot, not just warmed by the heater.
That's right.
All right, appreciate it.
You bet.
Cheers.
What do you think? That's good stuff, isn't it?
That's a really
That's
good.
really good.
Mm-hmm. Like that beef and stuff is really well seasoned. In
Yeah,
there.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, it has the spice. You don't need Tabasco sauce or salt. I don't even need salt on that. That is just flat out good.
I agree. Yeah, that's good.
Let me see here. I'm going to do the little, just take a spoonful here, fingerful there, melt it in my mouth. How about it?
This is one of the better main courses I think we've ever
Absolutely.
sampled.
Absolutely. And I like the cheese. Usually with just cheese and crackers, that gets a little monotonous or dry. But when you mix this, the cheese with the beef, there's a lot of beef in here.
Strictly comparing it to other MREs, this is like a 9.5.
Yeah. I'd like to try this one alongside the seafood, just to see. Probably depends on what I feel like and what the weather is and all that stuff. But this is really good. Now for our teriyaki beef stick. It's kind of, you can see this sausage casing there, and then it's split open. That was wrapped tightly, but anyway.
You can also save those and smoke them later.
Yeah, Lewis and Clark expedition. I don't know if you've ever heard about those guys, but explored the Northwest, went up the Mississippi. At some point, they picked up a couple of Frenchmen, and this is back in like 1804, 1805. And anytime I eat a sausage like this, I think of this story. They had one guy with them, and I think his name was Drawlyard or something like that. And they loved how he cooked. And all they were doing was eating meat. I mean, they were shooting buffalo, antelope, bear occasionally. They were just eating meat all the time. Charbonneau or Drawlyard, whatever his name was, he comes along and he says, I can make great sausage. Well, what do? We want to help. They get one of their big pots that they would use to boil off to get salt and things like this. Put water in it. Get the water boiling, rolling really good. They take a deer they've just killed. Well, in order to make sausage, you got to boil the meat up good. So they throw the meat in there, cut all the pieces up, throw some herbs and stuff, sage all around them and stuff like that. Get it all in there. What are they going to what are the casings going to be for the sausage? No problem. They take the intestines out of the deer, cut them loose from both ends, from the stomach and the back end. Once the meat's all cooked up, chop it up fine, mix it with the herbs. Take the spoon, take the intestine from the stomach end, and start pushing in the mixture they've just made. And as they push it in, they squeeze it, and it squeezes whatever else was in the intestine out the back end.
So they didn't wash it?
No. They didn't worry about that. The heated meat, the hot meat, they figured was going to take care of any impurities, and they would just keep stuffing that case and keep squeezing it through until everything was out and you started getting the good stuff out the backside. That meant the whole thing was done. You tie it off, they would twist it off, throw it back in the boiling water, let it finish cooking, and eat the sausage. So that's the most interesting story, I think, I recall from the Lewis and Clark. If you ever get a chance, Voyage of Discovery. It's a great book. There you go. Well, I'm going to kind of do a double dessert here. We're going to do our spiced apples, and I'm going to get the cake ready to go here in a minute. Get our spiced apples out of the heater. They're about as hot as they're going to be, hot as they're going to get. We'll open those up, and there we go. I'm going to pour those out right there. Oh, now that looks good. That actually looks really good. That's how spiced apples ought to look. They're hot.
That looks good. I feel like I need a sensor then.
They're hot. They're steaming. We got ashes in them from the fire. This is going to be authentic. All right. Now while that's cooling just a little bit, we'll get our mocha powder, and I am going to show you what my thought was here. It's kind of like a syrup. Okay, so we've got our cake ready to go. We're going to take a little bit of mocha mix, pour it over our cake. Hope I didn't destroy a perfectly good vanilla pound cake. We'll see here, but I think that's going to be a good combo.
It was like a fat-free cake, so it probably needed some help anyway.
Needed some help, that's right. We'll go here first. Let a little of that soak in. Oh yeah, now it's looking good. Dang, son, let me tell you what.
Oh, is it?
Oh my word. Huh? Here, you got to try it, bud. I got to share that with you. I'll tell you what, you guys, you got to try that.
No, that's actually really good. It's like having a frosting or something.
Oh
like a coffee frosting.
Oh man.
Chocolate coffee.
I know.
That's actually really good.
I like coffee cake. The only thing that'd make that better is if I'd heated that up. You know, put it in the cup and heated it up over there. Wow, but that is good. And in this weather, I could use a cup of coffee with it. In fact, if I do it again, I'll probably bring one of my old coffees from another MRE.
That was a good decision. That made it really good.
That is good. Dang. All right. Well, let's try the apples before they cool down too much. They look great. That's one thing about eating new stuff. It's going to look good, and usually it'll be all right to eat. Oh my! I love my spiced apples.
And have you ever heated them up before? The spiced apples?
No, I haven't. I haven't. We used to get see, did we get apple slices? I don't remember that we would get apple fruit cocktail that was freeze dried. This is back in the 80s, and you have to pour water in it and let it set. And that was always fun because you'd take a bite, and sometimes the apple or the pear, whatever, would still be a little crunchy. That was kind of a weird taste, but because it didn't soak up enough water. But this is really amazing. this. Oh wait, watch this. A little of cake, a little of apples. This is good stuff. Well, Asa, that was, I tell you, that's a winner. That is
a winning MRE right there.
Share some gum with you. I think we've got probably cinnamon because it's the red. Bon appetit. Guys, thanks for hanging out. Let's get after the next one. Appreciate you watching.